Today, I have a couple of things that I want to talk about, but I didn't really feel like making their own individual video on because I'm not going to take too long on each topic. So this is going to be things Landon wanted to talk about, but didn't really think that they would make their own video, so we just mashed it all into one. It's going to be a new series. Not really. But yeah, the things we'll be taking a look at today is that there's a rumor that the Avalanche will be using a Quebec Nordiques jersey next season. There's also a rumor that the Hurricanes are going to be getting a new away jersey next season. There was a teaser for the Seattle Kraken third jersey, and then we'll also take a look at the Stadium Series patch that was released. So we'll take a look at all of those. Before we do so, if you guys are new to the channel and you like hockey jersey content, please make sure to subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. All right, let's get into it. We'll start off with the Avalanche. Like I mentioned, the rumor is that they will be using a Quebec Nordiques jersey next season. I've seen a lot of people refer to it as a third jersey. My assumption is that it will be the 30th anniversary jersey. At least I feel like that would be the most sensible. I kind of hope that it's not their third jersey and they don't keep it around for a couple of seasons because it's supposed to be a blue Quebec Nordiques jersey. So it's not like it's going to be this jersey, but just in burgundy, which honestly, I actually think I would have preferred. I have mixed feelings right now currently about this jersey, or I guess more specifically the rumor, because, we haven't seen the jersey yet, but if it's going to be a blue Nordiques jersey, we know what it's going to look like. It's going to be just the exact same thing. But yeah, I kind of have mixed feelings on it because I understand, especially if it is a 30th anniversary jersey, just doing a direct throwback. I get that. That's cool. But also, it would be really, really cool to implement their colors into the Nordiques jersey like they did with this Reverse Retro 1.0. I think this jersey is phenomenal. It looks really, really nice in these colors, and I would have loved to see a full-on burgundy, a dark jersey of this one right here. I think that would have been really, really cool. So, yeah, if these rumors are true and it is a blue jersey, I'm not like super excited about this. I know a lot of people are. Like, I've seen so many people just so excited about it. Yeah, I'm not quite there. Like, I'm happy about it, I would say. I do love the Nordiques jerseys, of course, but I think it's just because I've seen the Nordiques jerseys so much that it basically feels like they never went away. Like, honestly, every single time there's a vintage line, they're making a Nordiques jersey. That is like one of the first ones that they make. So I think that's maybe why I'm not as excited about it, and I wanted something a little bit different, but this is still just rumors, so, we'll kind of have to see once they officially, announce the jersey here. But yeah, that's kind of just how I feel right now. Maybe my opinions will change and I'll be a lot happier once we do actually get the jersey. Now, I do also want to take a very, very quick look at the anniversary patch for the Avalanche here. So this is the Avalanche 30th anniversary patch. It looks okay. You have the Avalanche logo in the middle, and then you have the 3 X's behind it for 30 years. But it feels a little bit odd because of that, little circle part behind the X's. It kind of comes in front of the 2 X's on the left there and cuts them off, and it makes it a little bit harder to tell that they're X's in my eyes. Like, I don't know, when I just look at it, it does not feel like it's supposed to be 3 X's. It looks like an X, a Y, and like a K. Like, it just doesn't, I don't know, it just, my brain doesn't compute it properly. But once I like kind of really focus in, I can see the 3 X's. But yeah, and then of course, as well, they do also have their Stanley Cup wins in the bottom section of those X's. So 2022, 01, and 1996. That is fine. Like, overall, it's a fine patch. I actually don't have a ton to say about it, but yeah, just the way that they have those X's, I don't know. It just doesn't work super well for me, I would say. It's not a terrible patch, but it's an one. Let's move on to the Hurricanes rumor, which is that apparently they're going to be changing their away jersey next season. When I heard that, I was really excited because I hate their away jersey. I am not a fan. I'm a huge hater of it. I know some people like it. BW Hockey likes it, but I don't. I am not. It's just not for me. It's like basically everything that I don't like about jerseys mashed into one. So really not a huge fan of that jersey. And when I heard that they were changing from it, or possibly changing from it, I was like, heck yeah, let's go. Super excited. And then I saw apparently what they're going to be changing to. So they're going to be using their Stadium Series jersey, but just make it white. And I don't know about that. I'm not too sure. Another reason why I wanted them to change their away jersey is because I want them just to do a white version of their home, like basically every other team does. I don't hate when teams have a different away jersey from their home, but most of the time I feel like it needs to be at least somewhat similar, and the Stadium Series jersey is not somewhat similar to their home jersey. It's quite different logo, so I don't know why the Hurricanes always feel like they need to do just something drastically different with their jerseys. And yeah, they're very strange. They're a very strange team, so them doing a white version of the Stadium Series jersey, I I'm not looking forward to it, I'll be honest. Okay, so I just decided to go ahead and make a quick Photoshop of what this jersey would look like in white. Now, I literally just changed the black to white. That's all I did. I didn't do a lot, and obviously my Photoshop skills aren't very good. But yeah, with this one here, I do like how much the logo pops. I think that's great. I still like the red on the sleeve there. Not sure how much I like the gray. I think they would have to change that gray a little bit, like that heathered gray, into something else. I'm not quite too sure if you just make it a little bit more light to kind of go with the white. I'm not quite too sure exactly what changes they would make. I'm sure they probably would make more changes than just literally going from black to white. I think they would do a lot more, but yeah, just like I said, I wanted to do a very quick Photoshop job to show you guys an idea of what the jersey could look like. So yeah, I mean, I don't think it would be an awful jersey. I'm sure, once it actually looks a little bit better than this Photoshop job, I'm sure it would look a lot better. But yeah, I still don't think I would be totally happy with them doing something completely different than their home jersey again. But my mind could totally change once I actually see the jersey itself. Let's move on to the Kraken. So they did a teaser for their new third jersey. Now, they did a short little video. I'm not going to show the video because they really didn't show much at all. Like, this picture right here is probably the best view of anything. So I can't see anything in this picture. I don't know if you guys can, but yeah, they didn't show anything. Pretty much. The biggest news, I would say, is one, that the Kraken are releasing a third jersey, and two, at the end of that teaser, there was some Morse code. Apparently, it reads out to September 4th, so that is going to be the reveal date, September 4th, just a couple of weeks. That's pretty exciting. Now, what would I like for the Kraken to do as a third jersey? I've said it from basically the beginning. Once the Kraken came into the league, I want a full-on gradient jersey. Whether it's a stage gradient or an actual gradient, whatever it may be, I want them going from either a white or a light blue, and you go down into the depths of the ocean, so it gets into a darker blue, and a darker blue, almost into a black at the very bottom of the jersey. I think that would be so much fun. You can have the anchor on the front, or, if you really want to have some fun, you have an actual Kraken logo on the front. That would be great. Don't think they're going to do that. I don't think they're going to have a Kraken logo. I do think that, that idea is somewhat feasible, though. Like, if you do have the anchor logo into a gradient jersey, I think that is somewhat realistic. I don't think that's what they're going to do with this jersey right here, but I could legitimately see the Kraken use a gradient jersey at some point in their history. I don't know if it's anytime soon, but yeah, I don't think it's too unrealistic for them to do that at some point. So yeah, it's a jersey that I would really love for them to make. Really, really would. Yeah, otherwise, for this teaser right here, I don't know what they're doing. I really hope it's a jersey I like. The Kraken have done a good job so far. I haven't disliked any of their jerseys. Their worst one is probably the reverse retro jersey. Like, that might be their worst jersey in their history, and it's still a jersey that I actually have come around to, and I actually like a decent amount. So, yeah. September 4th, excited for that date. And so our last thing that I want to talk about is the Stadium Series patch. It released, and oh my god, this thing is a thing of beauty. This is like maybe one of the best patches the NHL has ever made. It is awesome, man. Just a full-on pirate ship. That is so cool. I love the fact that it has like the lightning bolt in like the top left there. That is a really nice touch. It's just awesome. Like a pirate ship kind of going through some ice. It looks cool. I really do like it a lot. Now, the thing that gets me even more excited with this patch here is that it is a pirate ship. It's a pirate patch. And of course, if you guys know Tampa Bay, they have the Gasparilla, I think is how you pronounce it. They have those parades, though. They're basically pirate parades in Tampa. The Lightning have done a few Gasparilla-themed jerseys, but they were just like practice jerseys or warm-up jerseys, so they haven't actually worn them in a game yet, but, they look really nice. I think the logo looks really cool, but with this patch right here, it probably means they're going to do a pirate-themed jersey, and I'm so excited about that. I think that could look so cool. I've been wanting them to do, something of that theme since I saw those Gasparilla jerseys. I was like, wow, that's a really fun thing. I didn't really even know about it beforehand. So, yeah, I can't wait for this jersey. I think it's going to be really, really nice. And then also, I guess I haven't talked about the Winter Classic patch either on this channel yet, so we can quickly look at it. I also really like this patch a lot. It is a little bit strange that the palm tree has some ice on it, but, because it's just a weird thing to see, but of course it's, South Florida, and then the Winter Classic, so you're going to have that there. The thing about this patch that gets me excited is the pink. So it kind of has that Miami Vice color scheme like we saw in the 2024 All-Star Game, which I love those jerseys, by the way. They were absolutely phenomenal. Like, some of my favorite jerseys of just all time. I really, really like them. So if the Florida Panthers are going to do a Miami Vice color scheme with these Winter Classic jerseys, I'm pumped. I would be so happy about that. So both Florida teams could just have absolutely phenomenal specialty game jerseys if these patches are any sort of an indicator. I can't wait. I really am excited. This has made me way more excited for these games than I was before. I was like kind of intrigued a little bit, but like not really too much. These patches, though, have made me like, oh my God, I cannot wait for these jerseys. I'm so excited. So, I mean, both jerseys are probably a long way out. They usually don't release them or at least even showcase them off until like a month or two beforehand. So, yeah, we're going to have to wait quite a while for them, but still, I really like both of these patches. Anyways, that's it for me. Just a couple of things that I wanted to talk about. I've been wanting to talk about them for a while, like since the rumors came out and since the patch was released, but I was like, I don't know if I really want to make sole videos on them. And then I've waited so long that I'm just like, I'll just throw it all into one video, whatever. So yeah, here it is. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Let me know what you guys think about all this stuff in the comments down below. And if you like the video, leave a like. I just burped. I'm so sorry. Subscribe to the channel, follow me on all my social medias. No one watches this far anyway, so it doesn't matter. I don't need to cut that out. Thanks for watching. Bye.